Hey guys, it's Patrick Kyle, and today we're going to with some more Ghost.
Yep, we're going to continue talking about the Swedish hard rock heavy metal band Ghost. Definitely one of Patrick's favorite bands, and we are both very excited to see that the band have announced their next leg of the Skeleton Tour, which will be coming through Toronto on January 31st, and we will definitely be there. So, the main reason why we're here today is to discuss the odds and ends of Ghost, the EPs, the live albums, things like that. After the release of the second album, Infestissimum, the band developed a habit of releasing a stopgap EP between each full-length album. So we're going to be looking at those, and let's start right at the beginning. Following the release of this album, they put out their first EP,
If You Have Ghost,
from 2013. So what you have here is 4 cover songs. You have If You Have Ghosts by Rocky Erickson, I'm a Marionette by ABBA, Crucified by Army of Lovers, Waiting for the Night by Depeche Mode, and finally, a live version of Secular Haze from the preceding album. My favorite song on here is, surprisingly, I think I'm a Marionette. I quite like that one, and I should also say overall, this is probably my least favorite EP so far.
my favorite songs here are Crucified and Waiting for the Night.
Nice. Okay, we got some different picks there. Okay, following that, you would have the release of Meliora. Maybe not our favorite album, but it's way up there, and probably the consensus fan favorite album. But we'd be looking at Popestar from 2016. Once again, we have 5 songs here. We have 4 covers. You have Nocturnal Me by Echo and the Bunnymen, I Believe by Simeon Mobile Disco, Missionary Man by the Eurythmics, and Bible by Imperiate. Even though I think this is not the strongest batch of cover songs, the main thing I've not mentioned yet is that this EP leads off with the original song Square Hammer, which is not only one of the band's best songs, but also one of the band's most popular. I think that alone kind of puts this EP a bit above the others in terms of significance. And I should just kind of mention, on our normal CD cover of Meliora, we do have Popestar also on a bonus disc, but just for collecting purposes, we got them both. So, to me, it's pretty obvious the best song on here is Square Hammer, but what's your favorite?
My favorites are Square Hammer and Missionary Man.
Missionary Man by the Eurythmics. Yeah, I agree. That's probably the next best one on here. Okay, so next up, between the 4th and 5th album, we have 7 Inches of Satanic Panic, released in 2019. This is a 2-song, 7-inch vinyl. So a song on each side. You have Kiss the Goat, and then Mary on a Cross, probably the band's biggest song of all time at this point. This is definitely far from my favorite Ghost material, but still catchy for what it is. I think I'm more of a Kiss the Goat guy than a Mary on a Cross guy. And I should also say the Spotify version of this release has The Future is a Foreign Land, but we have that represented on a different release, which we have not gotten to yet. What's your thoughts on this one?
My favorite song is Kiss the Goat.
Okay, right on. Okay, next up, the most recent EP released between Impera and Skeleton is Phantomime from 2023. So this here is entirely cover songs. 5 cover songs. You have See No Evil by Television, Jesus He Knows Me by Genesis, Hanging Around by the Stranglers, Phantom of the Opera by Iron Maiden, and We Don't Need Another Hero by Tina Turner. You know what? Although original material is sorely lacking from this EP, I gotta say, like, track for track, this might be my favorite Ghost EP. All the covers are at least decent. What do you think? What are your favorites?
Yeah, my favorite songs are the last two, Phantom of the Opera and We Don't Need Another Hero.
Yeah, we were driving to the grandparents' house just a month or so ago, and just by coincidence, we had the original Phantom of the Opera by Iron Maiden and this one on the same car trip. Played both of them. So that is the most recent Ghost EP. Now that Skeleton's been out there for 6 months or so, hopefully within the next year or so, we get some more new Ghost material for an EP of some sort. That being said, we're going to look at a couple live albums now. First one, Ceremony and Devotion from 2017. This is a double live album, I believe recorded in San Francisco. So this, the cool thing about this is that it pays some closer attention to songs from earlier in the band's career, everything up to and including Meliora there. But my two favorite songs on here, a song from each disc, I'm gonna go with From the Pinnacle to the Pit and Mummy Dust. Probably my two favorite songs from the third album.
Yep. My favorites are Absolution and Theories.
Nice. Okay. Then finally, we have Right Here, Right Now from 2024, the soundtrack to the Ghost concert movie, basically. We saw that in theaters. Definitely, I think we should watch that again for Halloween. We have not watched that in its entirety since our initial viewing of it. So another double live album, basically the same thing as the concert movie there. I do have a couple complaints about this. One, the backing female vocals. They are way too upfront and present. I'm sure, you listen to Ghost closely, and there's always a lot of small details in the background that you might not hear if you're not paying close attention. But I just think during these live performances, these female vocals are so much in the forefront that it kind of changes the song for what it is, I think. And secondly, I think the stage banter kind of sucks. The ad-libs, like during the music and stuff, it's not too bad, but overall, not his strong suit. And if I had to pick, again, a favorite song from each disc, I'm going to go with Miasma and Cerise. Something about Cerise when it's played live, just the guitar just really pops on that, and I'm a big fan.
Yep.
What are your favorite tracks on here?
My favorites are Faith and Respite on the Spitalfields.
Yeah, actually, and you know what? That's at the end of the show, the same way it ends. Impera off on an epic note. It ends, doesn't end the show, but it brings the show closer to a resolution in epic form. And again, we had a great time watching this, and we hope to see it again. Looking forward to seeing Ghost live in person. I've seen him before. He is not. Can't wait. And we'll see you next time.